this is the anniversary 100th year of so many things. Manto's 100 years of the Indian cinema, 100 years of Kamu, 100 years of Frank Tashley used to make films on Jerry Lewis and Bob Hope and so many others. So this is 100 years of so many things. But in these 100 years, we have not done a lot of research like this. Neither we have done PhDs on, but the Bombay University came in 1857. Since then, I think there's only one single person who has done PhD on Indian cinema. Her name is Panna Shah. I even don't know who is she, but I tried my best to locate her. She did a PhD somewhere in 1947 or 48, and it was the book was published, or the thesis were published by Indian Motion Pictures. They published it. And then they were ordinary, I mean, it's just sort of what do you call, a thesis, like giving a report, not thesis on cinema as well. So since then, I think nobody has done PhD from Bombay University. You can do a PhD from Pune University, Delhi, or any of the other places, but Bombay University doesn't have. I think it's because they don't have guide and readers for it. And Bombay being a hub of cinema, you don't have to do that. The most important thing to do a work like this, what you need is a grant. You need a foundation. You need money from somebody, someplace coming. And we in Bombay can get that money if that is possible. It's from film industry, business houses, and the state itself. Then only you can have this sort of a cinema and books written on Indian cinema. So there are around about 360 books on Indian cinema. Out of that, 10% on Satyajit today. And the rest are what you call mostly fan cinema. And the other ones are very dense cinema. So most of the people who do their PhD outside India, their books are published and they are coming down to Bombay. Otherwise, nothing has been done on directors, actors, actresses, Bombay and cinema, or studios, musicians, and so many other spheres are there, which nobody has touched at all. It's very funny. I mean to say, it's been itself grown on cinema, and the cinema history is this history of Bombay itself. Because if you see any old cinema, you'll find you wanted to show Bombay, they showed Bombay by Bombay University or Whitley Station. That was the icon of Bombay. Now you don't see that at all. Because Gokul doesn't have any icons, and otherwise we show slum cities, tenement. I think the other biggest contribution of cinema is that the cinema theaters. I'm just getting digressed because this was can't do it. So the cinema has contributed a lot for food. Now Indian cinema never covered food. The Indian cinema never used food as a metaphor. Never They showed a Luthera or something that they showed him having a tangri kebab instead of eating fish or something like that. But except for the Hum Aapke Hai Kaun, you have a thali or something like that. But Indian cinema itself, the cinema theaters have contributed a lot for food. If you go to Grand Road, there are around about, in a small district, there are 19 to 21 cinemas. And those cinemas have contributed like samosas, and so many other samosas. You don't see them, the Fattawala samosas. And the Art Deco theaters contributed a lot. Soda Fountain. There was a theater called like Excelsior, which got the best of rock. So what I'm trying to say is that cinema contributed in other ways, not in that. And this also is a subject which somebody can take and talk about cinema and food, and other cinema and theaters, and so many other things, which all film writers, film makers, and actors, they never wrote their biographies or autobiographies or anything like that, except for the Marathi people, Marathi film actresses. All of them wrote their biographies or autobiographies, and people wrote about it. Even Shantaram and so many people. I don't think anybody wrote. That's the reason we don't know anything much, because these people came when Bombay was growing, plus they were making cinema. So one would have a more history about Bombay itself with cinema itself. So that never happened here. And you had bigger studios like which came in 1934, 35, Minerva Newton, Bombay Talkies, and so many other. Bombay Talkies was one of the greatest studios, but somebody has not made a movie on that, and neither has written a book on it. Like which now, tomorrow there is some program, I think so, in Max Muller, which keeps on looking at German contribution to Indian cinema. So that way we never know. So you'll never find this sort of thing. You will never have a clipping like this, and you even don't know, you can't locate the places which are there in Bombay. I do take people for a walk, but I don't think that the places are still there. People suspect me, they think I am coming from the builder, or I might be coming from the BMC, or I might be connected with the heritage. Thank you very much.